What's good? What's good? How you doing, Chris? Great. JVD, pre-com. Don't underestimate the power of pre-com, bro. That's how I had my first. What is fucking good? Oh, I'm actually kind of amped for this card. This might be the first card this year that I'm actually psyched about. Genuinely. This feels really nice, having a nice morning breakfast, getting a little workout in. 4 o'clock start. Beautiful, beautiful. How you doing, Westy? What's good, my guy? I hope you've got the I hope you've got the day off for this one because this is gonna be a banger. I'm absolutely jazzed. Sup, cunt? How you doing? How you doing? What is good? Paradox. Shout out to Parasector Chadwick. I'm gonna wait a little while to give your channel a proper shout out. We'll try and get some more fucking legends up in here. Leon Edwards, have you changed your mind or were you always going for Leon Edwards? I forget which direction you were going on for that one. I think the staffing is well and truly behind him. I think it was confirmed that was earlier on in the camp. I think we're going to be good to go. I think he's going to put on a boring masterclass here, with all due respect to his skill set. How you doing? How you doing, Combatics? If you guys aren't subscribed to Combatics, give the man some love. I shouldn't really be jinxing it, but I mean, London cards are usually solid as fuck, mate. At the very least, they're decent. As a crowd, we have, and especially when we're a crowd that's not, fueled on 40 pints and exhaustion, and we were still pretty good that night. Leon Edwards will turn back the clock. I mean, to be fair, he's not that far off some good performances, so I think he'll be all right. KO's Brady to redeem the Bilal performance. He's gonna have to do a lot more than that to make it up to me, mate. I'm still a bit angry. But when that cage door closes, I think I'm gonna feel a lot less pissed off, especially if he gets the job done. All right, our kid, how you doing, Antec? What's good, my guy? How are you? I'm hyped for a cheeky British card. It's got, bruv. We are some of the best fight fans on the planet. Period. We make boxing cards look exciting. We're that good at what we do. I'm kind of slightly regretting that I didn't go tonight, but I couldn't have been here with you boys, so fuck it. Having a proper brunch, sourdough bread and Alaskan pollock breaded fish nuggies. It almost sounded classy there until you added the nuggies. Sourdough bread is fucking goated though. So shout out to you for that. I destroyed a meat pie in honor of all Brits winning today and my future Polish brother Jan. I'm feeling more and more confident. Haven't seen them face off as well. I'm feeling more and more confident that Jan's gonna take his head home in a fucking little baggie. Nathaniel Wood will defy the odds. Nathaniel Wood is one of the ones I'm a little bit worried about. I think Nathaniel Wood's very good, but he just has a bad tendency of making things a little bit. He gets a little bit too full of himself in there, and then he gets fucking clipped. Jai Herbert will have a career best performance. He's going to need it. Padilla is dangerous. Some nice one-round knockouts. I have picked Padilla in that one, but Jai Herbert is another. I think it's basically evens for that one, or a pick 'em as close to it as it can be. Ticket prices stay too expensive anyway, Frank. I mean, that's the thing. When you see Molly McCann on the main card, it's very, very hard to hand over that money. Even if it had fucking King Kong versus Godzilla in the main event, it's very hard to justify paying $1,000 when you got that horrible cunt on the lineup. Best fight fans, not some of the best. Do you know what? I've got to be real with you, yeah? The French give us a run for our money as well. French fight fans are fucking rabid too. As cowardly as they are. Brioche is better than sourdough. I politely disagree. Brioche is just a fancy little bun, mate. It's just bread. Fancy bread. Fancy looking bread. Shout out to you, Aaron Capricorn. You have a channel. You have a channel. I did not know this one, or maybe I do, and I haven't. Hang on a second. Let me just make sure. Oh, you subscribe to Aaron Capricorn. Shout out to you, sir. You have a sub from me. W Frank. Oh man, my fucking chat's gone down. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking restream. I need meatballs. Delicious. This is why I always have a backup. Oh, what's going on here? Hang on. Get the fuck out of my way. Lane, what's good? Have you locked down your picks for the night? What's the story? All right, we're back. We're back. The page has resumed. No, it hasn't. For fuck's sake. All right. Puffy stuff. We've all got to start somewhere. I'm literally making meatballs. Is this in is this kind of like you know, I'm not gonna say it's for her, that would be ridiculous. I fucking hate Molly McCann. Not just as a fighter, but I just think she's a scumbag. And you know, I don't really understand lesbians. We've been through this. Lol, we scroll up. I already got it. This is oh man, this is the thing about Restream. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Never mind. Hopefully we're still rolling. How's it going, Usiles? I hope you're as excited for this card as I am, because I am buzzing, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing. There's nothing like having a card in your hometown. Nothing better than that. I'm absolutely buzzing about it. How you doing, Fool? What's good, my guy? Thank you for turning up. It says here that I'm not even live. Hopefully that's incorrect. I cannot see anyone's chat. Let's go. How you doing? How you doing, Anakin? What's good, bro? Hopefully the chat in general can be much kinder to you today. I did my best to kind of defend your corner, but I know it was a rough one. A meatball making a tradition in of itself. Ah, fair play. Do you just make meatballs when that cunt is on the lineup? Because that's an interesting way of showing your love for her. I learned something really weird about panko bread, guys. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I'm live. Good. Fucking Restream is dog shit. Do you know what? Let me try and refresh. Hang on a sec. Sorry, guys. We might have a little glitch here. I'm gonna try and refresh. This could be a mistake, but we're gonna give it a go. Clown kept waiting for you to join the panel when he was live. I didn't even know he was. I'm not subscribed to him. But you know, I've made myself clear. Yeah, I've given him. I sent him a little comment. He can get back to me and tell. I'm not looking out for when he's on. I've got a life. But I'll still happily go on there. Like I said, I know I made that very clear. It was on Thursday. I'll go on there. I've got it out of my system. Panko breadcrumbs are made from crustless bread, typically baked using an electrical current, which is then dried and processed into large, flaky crumbs, resulting in a unique texture and crispiness. Excellent. Sounds delicious. Watch Anakin clips. My P for P is Anakin. Shout out to you, bro. My comments aren't working at all, but fuck it. Fuck it, we will make do. This is why I've got another one open on the side here. Aura Mogging Clown. I don't really think I had to try that hard. I'm basically, to be fair, Paradox, I'm only in my first form. That was first form Frankie cooking. I would put that as like a light basting to just get proceedings started. But, you know, like I said, I mean, I'd rather get along with the guy because that's the kind of person that I am. But he said some stupid shit, and there has to be some repercussions for that. And I think there were. See my second last chat if you can. That I can't see it. I can't see. I can't go back. So now my chat is not working at all. It says I'm not even live. This is how shit Restream is. It didn't give me any AI clips as well for my last live, so I couldn't, you know, take advantage of some of the shorts I was going to put up. Can't wait to bun up a fat doink after Leon body kick TKO's Brady. You think that's how it's going to come? I think he's going to hurt Brady at some points, but I reckon it goes to a decision. And I reckon we've all got sweaty balls at the end, wondering what's going to happen, as we do with every UFC decision. Clown is such a pussy, though. I mean, I don't want to go that far. I mean, he's got. I give him this much. He's got a big mouth on him, but you know, he should have done a little bit more research. Clown shits on everybody. That's his shtick. Yeah, Michael. That's. I mean, I don't want to go on about because I don't want this channel to be about me clowning the clown, but it is what his channel is based on. And I think I said that when I was having a little barbecue on Thursday. It was if you look at any video he's made, he just guns after other YouTubers. And to be fair, it's quite a smart move because it ropes in other communities. Sorry, Lane, I did say hi. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. I've got a bit of technical difficulties here, but we're gonna mosey on. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind typing it again, Chris, that would be sweet. I'm working off a tablet right now, and it's the comments are really, really small, and you know I'm old. I'll probably need an eye test at this point, but I don't want the truth confirmed. When I tried to test going live, it told me I was live for like 20 minutes when I was only live for 10, if that. Is this on Restream's really good generally, yeah, but there's a few times when it's just questionably fucking annoying. Black Betty, how you doing, bro? JVD, how you doing, my guy? And Dullard's in the chat. I think he's definitely got a brand for himself going. It's just a place where you can go and see somebody absolutely lose their shit. But it seems to be the same rhetoric over and over again. It's like faggot, dick licker, all that kind of stuff. It's a bit, you know what I mean? It's a bit sort of one note. But mind you, I'm just saying that on my very limited experiences of being in there. Nope, I did it straight up on an Apple iPhone. I've heard, yeah, doing a live stream on an Apple iPhone is actually really good. Because obviously the microphone's going to be good because it's a phone and the cameras are obviously legit. So I don't know when I'm out next week in the big wide world, I think I might give it a try because I'm gonna obviously I can't carry my laptop around in a fucking bar. So I think I might have to phone up and try doing it that way. Frankie, I hit you up on Twitter earlier about our European plans. My family be doing all it takes to not support me in becoming a copper over there and getting me to stay in Kakistan. Kakistan. Is that a euphemism? So you want to be a chef by day and a copper by night, or vice versa? Lol, mushrooming with confidence, are we? That's the greatest name ever for what I'm planning on doing. But like I said, man, I think you guys are gonna see me get banged out. Not like that, knocked out on camera. I'm probably gonna get like run up on and beaten up. Because it's a very cheeky little expedition, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you guys could smash a like on the stream as always, that would be greatly appreciated. We're gonna hang out basically until probably the Kuta Teledzi fight is over. I usually like to do a little like an hour and a half. That's usually when I gas out. How's it going, you studies? Hope you're well, brother. Shout out to you and your channel, of course. But probably will be fine with me marrying a Jeet though, because they're replacing us for. So buy a Jeet. Can you help me out with that term? Because I kind of know what you're saying. but I don't want to miss, I don't want to fuck it up basically. Frankie does Bangkok volume 2. It's actually Manila volume 47. Should have said 69. That would have been way funnier off the tongue, but yeah. Bangkok ready. Do you know what though? Yeah, I might swing over there. No pun intended. Like no pun intended for a couple of days because it's only like a 2-hour flight. And while I'm in that side of the world, I might as well do my thing. Did Hardwick get it done yesterday? I'm not even sure. I watched. You know what's funny? I went into the UFC so the UFC YouTube page that was obviously showing the prelims, and I saw some of the usual Donnies in there. Um, and there were some good fights. But I didn't make it to the Hardwick fight. He lost. Uh, oh, but Harry won. So they were both on the card. That's gonna really set George back. That's really gonna set him back. That's a shame. This guy seems to get fucking screwed over every time. Reminds me of when Josh Thompson was on JRE after the Nate Diaz fight. And he was talking about he trained in Bangkok to get Bangkok ready. Yeah, I bet he did. He was definitely getting bummed out. Thompson's a funny one to me, yeah, because not to sound zesty or anything, he's a good looking dude, yeah, but he kind of falls into the Luke Rockhold category of things. You can tell, yeah, that women look over at him at the bar and they're like, oh, that's good looking dude. Goes over and then he starts talking and he just ruins it for himself. Josh Thompson just, he looks like he's got zero game. Frankie, how excited are you? I'm absolutely buzzing. Mate, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we're going to be kicking off at about 5:30, something like that. I'm supercharged, mate. I cannot wait for this. I haven't been even in the slightest bit excited all year. I am ready to go. I am armed and ready to go. This is going to be fun. It's not the most stacked card of all time, but just be like the London crowd always gives things a good boost. There's going to be plenty of people about. It's going to be fun. Josh Thompson KO'd Nate. And the thing is, yeah, not a lot of people can say they've done that. Thompson is just a jock who never. I wouldn't even give him that much credit. I don't even mean to shit on the guy. He seems like a decent human, but he's just. Yeah, he reminds me. He's like a slightly less cringy version of Luke Rockhold, which isn't really saying much. Yes, Edwards has a sick KO on Josh. Edwards KO Josh Thompson. Really? I did not know that. How's it going, Jigsaw Kid? Early UFC when there's no football is a godsend, to be fair. Bro, thank you, Jigsaw, because to be honest, yeah, I don't watch international football. I think it's bullshit. I watch the World Cup or major tournaments, but I don't watch anything else. Clown is God. I think he might have been taken down a few pegs recently. Clown is a specimen among mortals. I'm gonna be getting this all day now, aren't I? Maybe we should have a talk about the pokes being wrong. I've had an issue with my kid lately. What do you mean pokes being wrong? You're gonna have to help me out with that one. Gay, how you doing, Grimy? Grimy, you were one of the aforementioned people I was talking about in that UFC stream yesterday. This is how I know that Grimy's one of the hardcores out here. This card is gonna be long. I see a lot of decisions. I don't know, man. I don't know. I reckon we're gonna get. I'm predicting 50% knockouts. I'm at work and I'm gonna miss the fight. It's fucking hell. That is disappointing. But welcome to my world. Well, actually, the opposite of it. It's more like missing out on bedtime. England last night was very boring. They were awful. But at least I got to see Dan Burn getting his first England cap, so I was pretty chuffed about that. Shout out to Dan Burn, that legend. Eye pokes. Lol, speech to text is really giving me hell today. I had to type that one out. I reckon we're gonna get a fair few eye pokes as well today. A few from Leon Edwards in particular. He can't seem to help himself. I remember when gay marriage was being allowed and Josh Thompson compared it to bestiality. Wow, I didn't realize he was that based. I've got no issue with gay marriage. I've got issue with all marriage. It's a terrible idea for everyone. Google it if you don't believe me. Betty, to be fair, yeah, you've got a very storied history of not talking shit around here. It's a very dangerous game you're playing because I tend to believe everything you say. I saw him clatter one off the crossbar jigsaw. I'm delighted for him. He's such a nice lad. You know what? I didn't even realize he had 9 fingers until about 6 months ago, and I've been watching this guy play for years. Didn't realize he had a missing finger. He became soy being around John too much. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I think he was always a bit soy. I miss John McCarthy as a ref. I don't really miss him that much. He was another guy who was a little bit too far up his own arse, if I'm being real. But he was a good ref. Clown is immortal, worship clown, give praise unto clown, clown the sublime, crime the god, crown the god, all hail clown. I'm glad to hear your spirits are up, bro. Sodomy used to be illegal in some states, didn't it? WBB. Up until quite recently as well. I think they've kind of like, it's only been like a recent thing where it's like allowed. Last 30 or so years. Nice one, Frankie. Come on. How come you're not at the event? Do you know what? Yeah, my boy JPL, you know him very well, the guy who runs Silk Pajamas. He actually got a ticket for me. But I've got my last week of work this week. I couldn't justify going down to London to do it, but it was I definitely considered it because it was such a nice offer. Big John, good ref, very full of himself. That's exactly how I see it. And to be fair to John, he did revolutionize a lot of the rules. Like a lot of the rules we have in place now are a result of him, getting things down. Probably Crystal. It was illegal in Britain until the early 70s. That's what I'm saying. So personally, I think you should, as long as it's consulting mutual adults, I think you should be able to stick your dick in whoever you want. That's my take. Think about how lame your life has to be to spam MMA chat with 28 people in it. I mean, this is a historically awesome chat now, a historically awesome community. Less than 1 hour. Let's go. I'm excited, man. I'm really jazzed for this. I'm so buzzing. How long have we been on? I can't see my timer. I can't see anything. It feels like we've been on for 5 minutes. Lane, that's awesome. Remember Big John's knee on Aldo's unconscious body? Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. This is the thing. A lot of things can happen in the cage. Like you lose your head for a minute. Anything can happen. I'm surprised that we haven't had refs, kind of end up with participating in knockouts more often because sometimes they're way too close to the action. Yeah, he ran in and kneed him in the face, didn't he? That was, yeah, that was funny. It was like the first big under the spotlight MMA assist. Shout out to Big John for finishing him off. Shout the fuck out. 23 minutes. All right, cool. It feels like a lot shorter, to be fair. I feel like we're warming up. We're getting into this. Anyone remember the last fight McCarthy refed in the UFC? I don't remember. Can you fill us in, Leroy? I'm not that much of an MMA nerd, to be honest. Are we doing a live analysis of the female broadcasters? I mean, we can. We can. I mean, it's a very short ranking system. You've basically got Minty Betts, who I think is very decent. We've got Megan Levy, who is obviously breeding material. And then we've got Laura Sanko, who you could maybe get 5 dirty nights out of before you get bored of hearing her yap. I hate MMA refs. Who would you say your favorite MMA ref is? I like that really squat dude who looks like a bodybuilder. I enjoy him. Minty Betts versus I mean, we can do Minty Betts versus Megan Levy, I guess. That's probably the only like I said, it's a very slim lineup. And the thing is with the ring girls, yeah, when you actually zoom in on them one on one, they're not all that as well. It's like a Hooters thing, you know. When you go into Hooters, you see all these tits around and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And then they walk up to you and you're like, ugh. I hate everyone. How you doing, Hustle Bones? Boring ass streamer. You talking about me, cunt? Well, I don't have you to use as a crutch today. So you better turn up tomorrow because I need you around, bro. Gary Copeland, I think that's the guy. You know the yoked little midget, the squat little guy, who's like veined up, clearly juicing. Gary Copeland. It's a tie. Scissor. You see, this is a man who's thinking. R.I.P. Big George Foreman. George Foreman's dead. When did this happen? No. No way. How? What? Did this happen today? Oh, mate, that's not the one. What a legend he was. Gary Copeland looks like a leprechaun. Yeah, he does. That's a fair assessment. Fair play to him though, going in there looking that yoked. Last night, oh man, that's a shame to hear. What a legend in the sport he was. A very honest guy as well. I'll turn up and just hear, yeah, like, and want to kill myself. Come on, bro. I thought you two had sorted this out. I respect George still, but you got to keep that beef, juice, and fat. I mean, yeah, we've all owned the George Foreman grid in our lives at some point. Yeah, sadly, the boxing legend entrepreneur George Foreman has passed away at the age of 76. I mean, to be fair, it's not old, is it? Not these days. You look like Keith Peterson. That's unnecessary. That motherfucker looks remedial. Definitely looks like his mom and dad met up at a family cookout. They met at a family cookout. Funny how you knew. Because I mean, it's not because I feel like he does that. It's just that you tend to be quite negative about having him in the chat, so or in the panel. So, like I said, man, Sunday's just open for him. So hopefully, if you're here, clown, you can turn up on Sunday. Just looked it up. It was in 2017. Feels like yesterday. He was reffing Khabib versus Barbosa. Damn, that's a good fight to sign off on. To be fair. George Foreman Grill kept me alive during my 20s in my shitty apartment. That and ramen. Yeah, he is amazing. Yeah, at least he got to live a full life. And I mean, George Foreman was always very, very honest about his abilities. I remember seeing an interview of him 6 months ago, and he was talking about how good Ali was and how he was the toughest. I know a lot of people like to glaze on Ali, but most guys who are egomaniacs like that like to say they're the best when there's a lot of evidence to suggest otherwise. I think he was sleeping when Clown went live. Yeah, but it's like I said, man, I'm not subscribed to him, so he will need to message me and say, or I'll need to figure out when he's going on because otherwise it's tricky. I feel like you and Clown would get along. Here's the thing, yeah. I happen to agree with that. I saw him getting into things with JVD, and that was one time when it was sort of again, it was kind of disparaging a lot of my buddies in the MMA community, which again, I don't base my relationships on people with that. But he seemed like a chill dude during that stream, mostly. But it's like I said, I think what happened is he either didn't watch the live that I was he didn't even watch the live that where I mentioned him. So it didn't surprise me what he said. It surprised me that he retaliated at all because I didn't feel like there was anything to retaliate to. And then he just talked. Then he just went on a 3-minute rampage of talking absolute bollocks. So I felt like I had to say something about it. Clown would be interested in your overseas trips. I don't think he would be. I think I know how he would see that. Clown is for real black. He's definitely not. I'm not even going to say what I get an image of with Clown Show when I imagine what he looks like. I'm not going to go there. Maybe I can do an artist's rendition one day because I don't think we're ever going to see him on camera. Frankie, how do you see the main event go down? I see a bland 5-round unanimous decision win by Edwards. That's exactly what I'm picking. I reckon 3 rounds to 2. Clear cut 3-2. And then a split decision. That's what I potentially see. Machine Gun Belly is here. Musical, how you doing, brother? Safe. Is Clown Show just DJ Aiden? I think they share the same gene pool. Clown is a weirdo. I think I've got to give credit to him. I'm going to give him a little bit of credit here. I don't know how he manages to sustain that level of heat for 5-hour streams. He's definitely got some stamina on him. Yo, what is that username? Is this you, Hank, fucking around again? Like I said, I mean, I don't think he's a weirdo. I don't want to talk about this guy too much because I don't want my channel to become that. But he just seems like a very angry little lad, is what I'll say. A little bit insecure. But I know that I've got the next probably 3 months of just getting spammed with Clown Show bullshit. It's called mental illness, Frankie. I mean, that's one avenue. JVD and Clown used to be good buddies. I think they still are. As far as I'm aware, you haven't had a falling out with him, have you? Which is quite the achievement. Because he's quite the yeah, I wouldn't say you're friends, but I would say that you at least got along. You were, you were cool. Clown was never my friend. Where you shot that in the face. Bro says he's attracted to children, but not a weirdo. He didn't say that, did he? Man, I could have used that. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have gone into that. He calls women broads. I mean, I'm not too complimentary about the weakest sex, really, am I? Fuck Clown Show. Last time you had toad in a hole. For those of you who are wondering, that's not some gay sex move. I reckon, mate, it's been about 2 years. You don't really see toad in a hole in England as much as you would think, which is mad because it's basically a Yorkshire pudding and sausages. It's pretty much what it is. It's amazing that it's not the most fucking talked about or digested cuisine in this country because 2 things we both love. Are you sure JVT didn't hang him in that tree? What's up, Idaho Skatesman? How you doing, bro? I still have to book that quiz thing with you were talking about. We have to get on that at some point. Shout out to the Idaho Skatesman and his channel Split Decisions MMA. It's in the description. So shout out to the Idaho Skatesman. I was gonna make it today, but it's early card here, so making chicken and waffles instead. Mate. Holland or Gunny? I think Holland and Gunny is the most difficult one to pick. And there's a lot of tough cards, fights to pick on this card. That for me is because there are 2 clear avenues for both of them to win. Yeah, maybe Clown Show is like really, really old. No, musical. I sound like a Londoner. Frankie, who the fuck is beefing with you now? Oh, it's just I don't know if you've heard of Clown Show. It wasn't really beef. He just like rambled for 2 minutes, calling me like a faggot and a dick licker and saying I was a pussy, and it was nothing outside of a 4th grade playground. Yeah, I've been slacking, Frankie. My bad. I don't even see your lives pop up anymore. I know you guys are still active, but shout out to you though, bro. Musical, I watched your deep dive on Rigo. Sensational stuff, isn't it? If any one of us deserved 1,000,000 views, it was that one. I imagine YouTube wasn't pushing that around for, like, obvious reasons. True musical, more Jamaican sounding than Leon. I'm definitely more Jamaican sounding than Leon. But we Londoners, we just sound that's just how we sound. It's how it is. Holland's gonna come out banging. It's his last chance. If he loses, he's definitely getting cut. 100%. And Holland, the reason why it might be a wise thing to pick Holland, whenever his nuts are against the fire, he always manages to pull them out at the last minute. Split decision combat sports. It's in the description for sure. I put it in there every stream. Frankie, do you think Clown should kill himself? No. No, I don't think so. I think he should grow up. And I guarantee you, the thing about Clown Show, yeah, and again, I don't mean to keep going on about this. I reckon he would be a completely different streamer if he was on camera. I just find it ironic that somebody who talks about hiding doesn't show their face. It's just a very stupid thing to say. I think Gunnar will win. Again, it's not a bad shout. Based on what we've seen from Kevin Holland in the last few years, he's easy to take down and just, slip one in. That's who Kevin Holland is these days. And you never know if he's going to turn up seriously. And he's got a bit of a chin on him, to be fair, Gunnar does. Kevin Holland's just a weird one, but this is his last chance. If he loses, he's definitely getting his pink slip. Have you ever been to Ealing? I used to visit there a lot. Back in the day, I'd say when I was younger, Ealing used to be near where I went to secondary school. I went to secondary school in Fulham for a little while and then got the fuck out of there. How is Frankie not monetized yet? I haven't monetized. I haven't monetized. I'm not really interested in it. It's like I said, man, I don't want adverts on my videos or any of that shit. And like I said, I need to figure out a way I can do something with the very small proceeds I'm likely to get from it. And I've talked about it before. I don't want to keep going on about it. He can't smoke meth on camera. That would be I've had someone smoke meth on one of my panels before. I can't confirm that it was meth, but it was definitely it looked that way to me. One of my exes lived in Ealing. I know you've been slinging dick around London, you dirty sausage, you. His grandma's basement. Again, I don't wanna go too hard on the guy. I don't want to. It's like I said, ultimately what he said was not anything different than he said to anyone else. Thoughts on Anakin being a drama queer and reporting everything you say back to Clown? Don't mind. I don't mind it. I guess it expedites the process because someone's gonna go and tell him anyway, because I guess some people just enjoy that. I didn't expect to have such a good time on Thursday as well. I enjoyed the hell out of that. You can still turn ads off on streams and vids. I did not see musical. I don't know shit about YouTube. I did not know I could do that. Maybe I will monetize and then just whatever I get from super chats, I'll just send straight away to our boy Northwest. I think that's how I play it. I think that's how I'll play it. Open up the stream, no balls. We're gonna do a live panel tomorrow. Because we're not on for very long tonight, and I don't really wanna. By the way, shout out to Musical MMA and his channel. I know you're all over there anyway. But if there was ever a legend in the game, it's him. Give the man a sub and give a sub to JVD Media as well. JVD Media, what are you at these days? You must be what? In and around 200, maybe more? I unsubbed and bounced when he started saying Disney kids are attractive. Ooh, he didn't. Nah, he didn't say that. That can't be right. Hey, whatever you get for chat, you should put towards Mini Frankie's little college fund in there. Fund. I thought I read that as fun. Um, I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of fun in college. But no, that's already sorted, to be fair. I don't stream or do videos. Are you out of the game? I don't believe you. You and Sniff share that in common. Like, I'm done with this shit. And then like 2 days later, you're just back. Got to at least get an egg drop soup. I do like some egg yolk in my soup. JVD needs to go live again. I agree. I do enjoy JVD streams when I can catch them. JVD thinks I don't watch him, but I always watch back the reruns. JVD does the best stolen bike streams around. It's hard times, man. Are you telling me that you've never stolen and none of you have ever at least purchased a stolen bike? You're lying. If you haven't experienced that crackhead discount in London, then you're missing out. I used to have a crackhead turn up outside my house every couple of weeks and sell me a new bike. And then he'd probably steal it back and then sell me a different one. It was like our way of renting bikes back in the day. You look like a ginger beef kind of guy. I'm not a big fan of ginger, especially on meat, because it's very hard to get the balance right. Hi, Crystal. I'm gonna watch your new short. I always watch Crystal's shorts. They're so wholesome. I enjoy the hell out of them. Whatever, dude. Believe what you want. It's literally what you spent 10 minutes ranting about. Which part was that? You mean clown or you mean somebody else? Sorry if I'm a bit off on the chat today. I'm literally looking at it on a tablet and my eyes are fucking blurring. Lol, thanks, Rob. Stubborn dog. That's what it's about. A stubborn dog. Where is Andrew B? I think Andrew B is no longer on the platform, from what I understand. I think his channel got taken down, or somebody took it down on his behalf, and then he occasionally pops up every now and then, but he's not active on YouTube anymore. I think his parents have pulled the plug. Which, to be fair, I mean, I can understand it. You want to protect your kids and stuff. I get that. Even though obviously Andrew is a grown man, but it is what it is. And hopefully we'll see him pop up every now and then and say hi, because obviously we love Andy B. Love me some orange chicken. Orange chicken isn't very, I mean, you can get it in the UK, but it's not as easy to get here as it is in America. I debated paying some Utes to spray paint bank buildings so I can get paid to power wash them. That's fucking. It's like going around releasing rats and shit, and putting wasp nests in people's basements, and then just plastering your fucking adverts all around town and waiting for the money to roll in. It's genius. They probably caught him in a musical stream. His parents were realizing he's becoming a neo-Nazi. I don't think it was that deep. Although I'm not really familiar with Andy B's chat history, but it was always a pleasure to have him in there. Andy's videos were always nice as well. It was very wholesome stuff, just like days out, stuff that he was getting up to. They were always a fun watch. And I think that's a harmless thing to do. It's just problem is, yeah, we've got a very harmless community, sorry, a very harmful community around here that just don't know the boundaries of taking a piss. Oh, you were converting him. Yeah, you're pretty good at that. Only time I've seen Andrew is show up in Hank's stream lately. Yeah, he's still about. He occasionally pops up in here every now and then. But I think in terms of like producing YouTube content, I think he's basically done with that. Well, at least for now. Maybe it'll pop up again in the future. Does UFC start at 5? I think it's at about 5:15, 5:30, something like that. So that's why I've got the tablet in front of me here, which I've just realized is going to be a problem because then I really won't be able to see the chats. Yeah, Andrew only shows up in the WWE streams now, sadly. I have no idea what's going on with that place. I don't watch it. Hegelian dialectic. I've probably mispronounced that, which ain't the best look. So has anyone got some last minute picks? I've got my parlays up and ready. So I'm ready to go. When are you going to make sex with the clown show? Um, um, I don't say anyone's name when I read out their chats. And you're definitely not going to get any special privileges with that name. Um, I'll go on there sooner or later. Like I said, he's got to reach out to me because I'm not subscribed. Frankie, do you live in a small town or city? I live in like a small city just outside. Oh, it's a small town outside a slightly bigger town. The Brits are getting cooked like sausage. You mean on the card tonight? I disagree, man. I think Molly Meatball's gonna get flamed, but she's shit. So who cares? And I bet against her. So fuck her. I think you should say it's you, isn't it? It's you, you fucking scumbag. I'm not saying his name. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not that way inclined. So Frankie has the suburb going on. Yeah, so basically I live in like a shitty town. There's a shitty town in England. I don't really want to name it because I don't want to completely dox myself. But then on the outskirts of that town is like another little town building where all the rich people live. Leon is getting wrecked. No, he's not. He's not. He might lose, but I think it's going to be close either way. I do. I still don't think Brady's good enough to fuck with him. No, I could get you to say the word though. By accident doesn't count. How you see Jan winning tonight? The Polish power going to flatline that Aussie cunt, 100%. I reckon round 2. I reckon Allberg's going to win the first round, barely. He's going to start getting a little bit in love with himself because let's face it. Look at the guy. He definitely looks in the mirror when he jerks off. And then I reckon he's going to get caught with a dirty left and get flatlined. I don't even dislike him. I think I'm being a bit harsh on that one, but he's another one who falls into that Luke Rockhold. He would be like the king of that category. Like, you know, cringy as fuck, but like, I reckon he gets the dick over the line on some occasions. Or New Zealander or whoever I mean, it's all the fucking same, isn't it? Y'all bunch of beans on toast eating beaters gonna beat. Eating betas gonna beat. That was tough to say. Leon will win by decision, in my opinion. I'm with Princess. I reckon Leon is going to win a very boring and uninspiring decision. And then he's going to get on the mic and talk about Bilal Muhammad and everyone's just going to start booing. That's my prediction. Oh, you bunch of bean on toast eating betas going to get beat. Getting beat. Why was that so hard to say? I think this could be a close decision. I reckon split decision where Leon Edwards clearly wins 3 rounds to 2. I will bring you a musical, a cheeky Canadian care package this summer, you wanker. I'm not sure if I should be excited about that or not. Yeah, I've got Yan in a parlay as well. So, why the hell is he spamming? It's fun, isn't it? To be fair, he's not doing too bad. If it gets out of control, just kick the munter out. I don't mind people talking shit in here, but like as long as it's not consistent nonsense, just ruining the chat flow, then he's welcome to stay as long as he likes. I think Jan's going to batter him. I think this is such a massive step up for Allberg. I've got to say, yeah, the face paint did look pretty good though. So fair play to him for that. Little reminder to you fuckers, like the stream. Cheers, Gray. Can't wait to hear the crowd starting strong and slowly lose their souls as Brits all lose on the night. Well, that's exactly what happened. In the Leon Edwards fight against Bilal, 2 minutes into the first round, we all were just collectively groaning. And then by the middle of round 2, people started walking out. I'm not even joking. They were like, "Fuck this. I don't wanna be here when this cunt gets the belt around him." And I was sat there in my wolf onesie. I've still gotta send, Chris Gray a snap of that. I was sat there in my wolf onesie, fucking hot as shit, and my soul was leaving my body. I was devastated. Nonsense. Very good. When people spam, it makes me think of spam French fries and coated and dried potato flakes. It's quite the combination. Leon struggles against dynamic fighters, but I don't think Brady is good enough to tire him out. I'm with you on that. Leon's cardio is amazing and his distance control is amazing. But we said all this in the Bilal fight, and then he went in there and shit the bed. But it was 6 o'clock in the morning. So I think he's going to do much better this time. I think people have forgotten how good Leon Edwards is. Is he overly amazing to watch all the time? No. Very technical, though. I think he's gonna do better. How you doing, Orange Cat? Sorry, man, I did see you pop up in the chat earlier, and I got caught up in another ramble I was in the middle of. Shout out to Orange Cat MMA, and it was really nice to join the 1000 club with you, sir. You're doing some amazing things over there. The most chill lives. It's not as degenerate as mine are, which is great. So if you like that other side of the pillow, head over to Orange Cat MMA. He throws the odd cheeky line in there from time to time. If you meet up with us, JVD, I will get something for my. We've got to get JVD out there because that will be the third heat that would really fuck things up. Because JVD's like the unknown quantity. If we get a few beers in him, all shit could break loose, which I think would be way more entertaining for you guys. When will you do a stream with Fight Fairy? Never. Never. Is she still doing her thing? What up, champ? Oh, the fight started now. I think they're starting in about 15, 20 minutes, mate, as far as I know. And Orange Cat's link is in the description. Show the guy some love. Really good dude. Leon's got 0 heart, though. Hello, random. Dude needs an inspirational speech from his coach in between every freaking round. I mean, that did happen one time, and he tried to do it in the Bilal fight, and at that point, it was just embarrassing. But I don't know, man. I think he's going to be too good for Brady. I really do. And I think he'll clearly outscore him in 3 of the rounds. Leon Edwards is really, really good. I know I've said that multiple times. He just is. JVD is going to beat me up. He might beat all of us up. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Molly L incoming. I hope she gets L'd and then fucking... I hope they fire her on the spot. Imagine the scenes with JVD and Brutally in the same room. Brutally is a proper lad. Like I said, I've met up with Brutally in person, and we didn't get to really hang out that long, but he's a lad. He's exactly what you expect. Same person in the real world. Get me on cocaine. Trust. We can arrange that. We can definitely arrange that. I kind of feel like oxygen is your cocaine. We could definitely add that element to it. Leon is mentally weak. It's the most British thing about... Shut the fuck. He's Jamaican, first of all. Same thing applies, though. Yeah. Is a proper lad. Fuck off. If Molly wins, I deserve 3 meatballs. Don't worry, mate. It's not going to happen. She's a lock to get beaten up. She's terrible. Musical, you will be fine, bruv. Just fend him off with hot Bovril. I reckon it could be like being at work. JVD just losing his shit. Like starting out really well, and then the more and more he gets fucked up, loses his shit. But again, it's something we can all look forward to. I feel bad for wanting Molly to lose, but man, she just got too cocky for me. She's a terrible human. She is. And it's like I said, man, I don't understand lesbians. I don't get it. They're weird to me. I don't believe they're actually a real thing. MVP is a Jamaican as well. At least that's where his parents are from. Nah, we'll keep MVP. We'll keep MVP. MVP's all right. To be fair, I'm not even shitting on Leon's actually, I've said this in the past yet. Leon's actually really funny. It's just he mumbles too much. It's even a struggle for us to understand at times. I'm not a lesbian, but I can definitely understand them. I mean, I understand the attraction side of it. I just when it actually gets down to action, I don't see the point of it. If you're gonna use a strap on or whatever, why not just use the real thing? Or why not just go for the real thing? MVP's black father is a rapist. I heard this, and I heard it was quite a recent thing as well. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Nokia, if you could, or Princess, if you could clarify what you mean by that, because I'm assuming you mean an attractiveness to women, which obviously I completely understand. It's like, what do you call it? Blue balling. That's what I see lesbians as. A blue ball's waste of time. You would still throw a stick at Molly though, Frankie. I absolutely wouldn't. I'd fuck you before I fuck Molly McCann. Not that that's an offer or anything. Leon got scared by a fire alarm in his media. I mean, fire is a serious problem, mate. Fire is undefeated. If you understand it, then you lezzy too, just hiding. Lesbians aren't real. I've never met a lesbian in my life that can't be convinced to get down and dirty in the right circumstances. It's not that they've convinced themselves that they hate dick. They've convinced themselves that they hate men. And the truth is, women are far more of a pain in the ass than we will ever be. Can't believe Molly is so high on the card. The UFC are confused into thinking that we like her over here. We do not. We do not. To be fair, yeah, we don't even like Paddy that much. He's definitely got like his rabid Liverpudlian fan base, but across the country, we're not really that bothered. J Paddy's kind of a yeah, he's all right. Molly McCann should be a good bitch and learned how to play fetch. She is very dog-like. Women are scientifically not the prettiest sex. Interesting take from JVD. Women are definitely the prettiest sex, but you age like shit mostly, and you're all cunts pretty much. Or the majority of you are. Liverpool isn't England. It's basically Irish people that can swim or could swim back in the day. That's how their entire society was founded. I like Liverpool. Liverpool's a hell of a city, but Scousers are bin dipping scumbags. And I mean that with all due respect. I'm not gay, but men are sexy, so I understand. Yeah, I'm gonna repeat the same sentiment. Like I'm not a dick connoisseur myself, but I guess on some base level I can understand it. There is peace in knowing that we don't have to wait much longer for a JDM title reign. I don't know, bro. I think Bilal's gonna win. I've maintained that since the. I think Bilal wins his first title defense, whoever it's against. And I'm kind of glad it's not going to be Shavkat because Shavkat has some stuff he needs to work on. Oh, Spanish women are goated. But Torren, Spanish and Swedish women are where it's at. Sweden is full of like chilled out tens, from what I've heard. Frankie, when would you go to Molly's Cafe? Bro, that is a funny way of putting that. I do love me some egg in a basket. My egg in a basket is goated. Lad, you're a sausage lad. You're a proper mushroom. Yeah, it's proper annoying to listen to. Paddy is a bit jarring, but I do want him to do well. I think Bilal beats Shavkat. I don't think that's ridiculous as well. The Shavkat that we saw against Gary just loses. He gets pressured and loses, in my opinion. Women from Spain are white. They just speak Spanish. Um, nah, man. They're genetically just different. They've all got genuine bundas that they didn't have to either get surgery for or go in the gym for. So Spanish women are genuinely one of the most they're top tier European women, whereas UK women are bottom tier. I'm not even saying that to be a dick. Spain, Sweden, if you're coming over to Europe, and then I've said this to Chris on numerous occasions as well. Poland is underrated as well because those women can fuck. I mean, look at Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She looks like she could handle some pole. Bilal beats Shav, not JDM. Hmm. I can understand your confidence in JDM because I think JDM's best chance is to really hurt him to the body, and he's more than capable of doing that. Some Southern Spanish have a lot of Arab in them and look terrible. I mean, Spain's a massive country. It's like 20 times bigger than the UK. Probably not that many, but it's a massive country. And it's very diverse in that way. Obviously, the more southern you go, the more brown they are. Slavs are cute, true. Not all of them, but what you'll get from a Slav is incredible dick game. It's like I said, it's in the name, Polish. Champions of the pole. Russians are nice as well. Russian women are a little bit too scary for me. I know that Valentina isn't Russian, but that's how I imagine a lot of Russian women. You know, just like they have an argument when you get started about who should get to peg the other one. I get that impression from Valentina. Jeff Neal is so underrated. He could chin Prates out. I'm calling it now. I don't think Prates is the most talented out of the fighting nerds. And he does play that gunfire game. He could get knocked out. Armenian women look good too. I don't really have much experience with Armenian women. I think of them as Paradox is suggesting a bit Turkish looking. Very similar region. He's got it in the bag. British women are goated. Am I right? Bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel. I would rather take care of myself than let a British woman take care of business. Jeff Neal is my cousin. We know that, Sniff. You black bastard. Those little countries, Latvia and Estonia. See, this is what we're talking about. This is where you find the goated women. 100%. Neil has a chance. You guys are crazy to think this is going to be a cake. Anyone who knows this isn't a cakewalk. The thing is, though, it depends what version of Jeff Neal turns up. How you doing, Sniff? Shout out to Sniff, by the way. I think you were on live earlier, weren't you? I think I saw that out of the corner of my eye when I was setting up. Shout out to Sniff and his channel. Again, you can find his link in the description. Can you not do this bottom of the barrel stuff when you're a rice burner? JVD, yeah, I'm telling you now, you ignorant fucking twat. When you come out to Thailand with me, you're going to change your fucking tune, mate. It's because you haven't slung enough dick yet. You're a young boy. You haven't got experience, mate. Once you've clapped out some of that Asian vajra, you're going to completely change your tune, mate. And I can tell because you've only probably experienced white women. And I feel sorry for you. Maybe a couple of black women as well. Italians are brown. Not really. I've spent extensive time in Italy, and they are very distinctly olive, mate. I got Vucinic submission round 2. Duncan is going to be tough for him. Very tough. I'm not staying anywhere near that. I think Sniff was on live earlier, yeah. JDM would wreck Prates. I think he would as well. Because Prates likes to play a little bit of clinch game. And I think he'd body him up. I love white women. Yeah, bro, but you haven't had an Asian woman. No, I wasn't, Frankie. You might have been high. I wish I was high. Were you on live in the last 2 days? Never touched anything non-white. This is the thing, JVD. This is why I can't take you seriously, mate. You have to sample all the flavors, mate. And then you can talk some shit. If you've never had an Asian, you don't know what you're missing out on, sir. White women just don't cut it for me in any facet of the game. Especially UK women. Busted. Duncan getting an epidemic ass tattoo. I think Duncan is a live dog because I think that's going to go to a decision. And in this game, When you've got somebody at plus 300, where it's likely to be a very close fight, you take the underdog all day long. That I'm telling you, that Pooja and Bannon fight is gonna be fucking terrible. They're both absolute shit. I've seen Shauna Bannon fight twice live. She is the worst women's fighter I've ever seen, and that's saying something. I keep telling you all that JVD is black. He acquired beers from the store and only dates white women. To be fair, that is a very black trait to go after strictly black women or white women, should I say? Slip of the tongue there. What do you think about Duncan versus Vucinic? I think Vucinic is going to win, but I think it's going to be really close. I think he's just going to land a bit better, but it's going to be a razor close fight. I think Duncan's going to get takedowns, a lot of them, because Vucinic can't defend him, and he's not amazing off his back. If Duncan's smart, he won't play that game. I've got Molly in 3 of my parlays. That is madness, mate. I've only got her losing in 1 of them, so it's not that bad. I don't fuck with black women. I tried it. It wasn't great. Yeah, Betty, that's a mad one. I don't know why you're so confident in her. I guess the woman she's fighting is a bit of an unknown quantity, but the woman she's fighting at least looks somewhat technical. I'm assuming this is at 115 as well, yeah? Of course, they want to date a superior race. Oh, God. I got Molly in my wank fantasies. I'm not gonna lie. Again, man, that's one step removed from admitting that you swallow swords now. She is awful. Butters. The word butters was made for women like her. Have they started going live yet? I don't have Molly in my other 12 parlays. Fuck me. Hang on, let me have a look. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on. Hang on a sec. I think the prelims are gonna be starting rather soon. Let's pull this shit up. I don't find brown and Asian men attractive. I don't know. Black and white are fine though. Nobody finds Asian men attractive. Asian men have the rough deal, the roughest deal. It's why they treat their women like absolute shit, because it's the treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen approach. Yan is a lock. I wouldn't go that far, but I like Yan's chances in this one. Remember that show called A Thousand Ways to Die? Man, that show used to creep me out. I don't remember that. Guys, keep me appraised when the card starts because I'm going to jump over at some point. If Molly was the last ting on earth, I wouldn't touch her. Neither would I. I'm not even joking. JVD, you should go live. And if you do a panel, I might even jump on for. If you go on live, mate, go on live at the end of this. Jump on. So I'll hang around for about another 25 minutes. Jump on live and make sure you've got your panel game going. And then I'll jump over there for the main card. And we can shoot the shit. That'll be sweet. Don't race mix. Giuliano Argenti Falco. Man, race mixing. I'm telling you, man, my kids are absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely superior. Black women are fine, no doubt, but they are some rude bitches. The thing is with black women, yeah, I'm just gonna say this straight up here. The problem with black women is they've got 2 problems here. Number one, they're a woman, so they have that whole issue going on of, oh, we're oppressed, blah blah blah. We don't get what we're due. And then on top of that, they're black, so they've got all of that sort of pent up sort of, they've got that chip on their shoulder. And that combination is just way too much for anyone to handle. And I'm not saying all black women are fucked because they're not. But if you're with a black woman, yeah, that's got that generational issue of they had angry parents, stay well clear. Leon Staffin Edwards for the W. Bro, I've got Leon, I've got Yan. So basically, want to hook me up with one of your daughters, mate? Fuck off. Fuck off. Hang on a second. So just to make things clear before I because I've been accused of this once or twice. I'm just gonna do a quick shoot through who I think's gonna win. So I've got Guram Kutateledze, Nathan Fletcher. I've got Sean O'Bannon by the worst decision possible. I've got Christian Leroy Duncan, Mick Parkin, Lona Kavanagh, Chris Padilla. Then I've got Morgan Charrier against Nathaniel Wood. I've got Vucinic just about against Duncan. I've got Alexia Thainara. The Holland and Nelson one, I'm going to go with Nelson because I've picked Holland the last 3 times. So that means Holland is guaranteed to win. And then I've got Jan and Leon. Those are my official picks for the card. Not much of a JVD fan. I love you, bro, but I'm not letting you anywhere near my daughters. Never, ever, never. Real talk here. My oldest daughter would fuck you up as well. Like a Tibetan fox. Clearly not much of a JVD fan. Why are you picking Padilla? I like his finishing potential. And Nathaniel Wood, at some point in every fight, he always gets his chin caught. And I just think Padilla's got the power to put him away. Link, please. Can somebody provide a link for PokerStar? Because we don't care about that around here. Sort your boy out instantly. If someone's got a link, post it in the chat. I'm picking the Black Country Banger. That for me is a bit of a pick 'em as well. I don't blame anyone who's picking him. What about Mick versus Marcin? I think it's going to be... I rate Marcin Tybura. I think he's all right. But Marcin... Parkin has really decent grappling, and he's a much better striker. So I think Parkin will get it done. Might even chin him. Fights on. Let's fucking go. All right, hang on a sec. Hang on a seckie. Let's go. Let's go live. Yeah, we've actually kicked off. So I'm 344, round number 1. A link for the fight, sir. So if somebody's got a perfectly legal stream, feel free to post it in the chat. JVD, get yourself set up, sir, and get your ass online. Because I need somebody to send all of you wonderful people to, and I don't know who's online right now. Is anyone doing a watch along right now? Brutaly's doing one. No Chills. So there's a lot of people doing one. No Chill, Brutally, and hopefully JVD are doing one. I'm going to send everyone over to Brutally because it looks like No Chill's got some really nice numbers in there. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I don't do watch-alongs here, because I'm literally not even watching the fight, and it's right there. Let me see if this pops up. I'm not sure if it will. See, I can't even send links. This fucking restream is so shit. I think Orange Cat just jumped on. Shout out to Orange Cat as well. Here we go. I'm going to chuck Brutally in there, because Brutally is my boy. Oh, Guram going for a takedown. What is he? Guram looks a little bit gassed already. I'm so glad I didn't bet on that cunt. Hang on a second, boys. Yeah, Brutal link. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you're not going live anymore. You could still always go on for the main card. Imagine being called Fight Night Frankie and then ending the stream when the fight. You're right, Black Betty. It's bad form, yeah. It's just I end up looking at the chat and not watching. Do you know how many times I've been watching cards and then I'm half drunk and then I miss stuff because I'm too busy waffling in here. I mean, I've missed this entire fight already. Just messing, bro. Have a good evening. Betty, if you can get out for international weekend as well, that would be sweet, bro. You are one of the man, I fucking love you, Betty. You legend. It looks like Fernandez is getting the better of him though, from what I've seen. He's doing slightly better so far. I tell you what we'll do, yeah, because this fight, it means nothing to me. If you guys could all, first of all, like the stream on your way out, and then because I am coming back tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow we have another open panel, so get your asses over for that. I'm gonna post Brutally Honest in here again. Head over to Brutally Honest MMA and give the guy some love. I'm gonna book out now. Settle in for the fights. Give a shout out to Brutally and tell him nothing but respect. I'll catch you boys and girls. Sunday we'll be here bright and early, and I'm gonna do a long one. So we'll do a full juicy panel. Take it easy, boys and girls. This isn't gonna go off now, is it? Now I've got a problem now because Restream is fucked. Shit. See, the go live button's done. I don't know what I don't know how I'm gonna do this. How do I go offline? Oh, this is not good. Later, Westy, take it easy. Oh, there we did. Peace, boys.